Hello. I figured I should probably turn it this way so you're not looking at a slice of camera. So, happy Tuesday. Sorry, try to hold this steady. So, nope, I'm not good. And that's exactly what I was just about to say, was that I actually have butterfingers, okay? You know how people say, I have butterfingers? I think that my fingers are actual, like, sticks of butter, and I'll tell you why. It's because I drop everything. I drop everything, and most of my stuff breaks because I drop it. And that's what happened last night. I made a video, I put it on my computer, because I was gonna, like, do some stuff to it and, like, edit it. And then I was drinking some milk, and I just randomly dropped my milk all over everything, and now my keyboard and my mouse does not work. So, I couldn't do anything with that. So, that's why this time I'm just going to make my video on this, and then hopefully just upload it straight up to YouTube. But I'm going to the store today to buy a new mouse at the dollar store. And hopefully my friend is going to give me her old keyboard. So, oh, I'm such a fail whale. That's the thing, right? That's what the kids say, fail whale. Yeah, so that's why there was no video yesterday, and it was a stupid video anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so like, what's going on with me today? Stuff. Oh man, is this video going to be boring? Yes, it is. Whoop. That's another thing, is that I always trip and fall down. I didn't fall down that time. I did trip. I wanted to make this video for my new channel, for my old channel. Like my main channel, on which I was uploading like, not vlog type things, but more like funny little skits and rants and things like that. And I really still want to do that, but I'm like so friggin' busy. There's so much to do every day, and it sucks. And oh my gosh, and last night I stayed up like all night because I was just about to go to bed, and then all of a sudden, obviously my computer broke. Well, my keyboard broke, so then I tried to fix that, and someone was like, put it on rice, like you do when you drop your phone in the toilet. But of course I had eaten rice for supper, so that was the last of my rice. The thing that I wanted to do for my main channel was talk about things that I like, because sometimes it seems like I like things that everyone hates, just like different books and movies, and it's not that, I think it's because I don't really care about, I don't know, sometimes I just like things for the entertainment value, and if I'm entertained, then it's a success. I thought maybe, like today, maybe I'll tell you about some of my favorite books. Like, because I'm just waiting for my son to wake up so we can go to the store. And, I'm still not, sorry, that fan is probably loud. How do I turn off? I'll just put it over here for now. I'm still not brave enough to, vlog outside. Ta-da! Outside, outside, it's so beautiful outside. So I'm still not brave enough to make videos outside in the public or anything like that. So I'm gonna tell you about some books that I like. So here's like some book recommendations that I think everyone should read, but obviously no one watches my videos, so it doesn't really matter. Let's get started. So obviously, the obvious ones that everyone knows are Harry Potter. Everyone likes Harry Potter. But let me tell you some ones that I love that maybe not very many people have heard about. This one, and it's brothers. So this one's called Graceling, and it's by Kristin Cashore. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I don't know. Okay, so I thought that no one had really heard about these books because no one really talked about them, but then all of a sudden, sorry, my thumb is there again. Blech. Then all of a sudden people were talking about them somewhere, and they weren't, and they were saying like a lot of pretty bad things about them, which made me think it was another one of those things that I like that nobody else likes. And I have no idea why you wouldn't like these books. For some reason, because they, I don't know, to me they're like about these 3 strong, incredible women who overcome the odds and are amazing. But then all of a sudden this one person on a Facebook page was telling me that they're totally like anti-feminist because they all have boyfriends or something, and it's like, ugh, I don't know. Like, why can't you just like something without having to pick it apart? But anyway, there's, can you see that? There. So there's, Graceling, and it's like a trilogy, but it's about 3 different women, but, they all kind of connect in the end. So it's Graceling, Fire, and Bitterblue. And you know, it's more than just, it's not like, maybe the reason why they're not very famous right now is because they're not like everything that you see right now, like the Hunger Games and stuff, and sort of that dystopian thing. It's actually kind of medieval, which I am really, really into medieval stuff, but it's not really the in thing right now, so maybe that's why it's not really popular. But I really love it. It's not just, it is, someone said it's like a period romance, but honestly, the romance is really just like a background. It's really like political and a lot of character development and really a lot of like subtle things that you pick up, and it's just very beautifully written. And the best thing about it is that it's also very exciting and you can't really put it down, especially the first 2. The third one is a lot more political, and I found I didn't really like it as much as the first 2, but it was still exciting, and I mean, I do like politics and stuff, but yeah. So that's those books. So yeah, Kristin Cashore, Graceling trilogy, so look those up. If you're into like, adventure things and like, what am I trying to say? Medieval stuff with a subtle romance, okay? And she isn't like Bella and Edward, where she like falls head over heels for him, like this person said. Grr. It's a very interesting relationship. So another book that I would recommend is this one. It's in really poopy condition, and I think I actually stole this book from my friend Ran. So I'm sorry, Ran, that I stole this book. If I ever see you again, I'll give it back to you. It's just, sometimes I borrow things and then people like move away and stuff, and then you end up keeping it. This book, it's called Demons Don't Dream by Piers Anthony, and it's in a series, which I don't usually like reading books that are in like an enormous series where you've got like dozens of books all in the same world, kind of like the Star Wars books. I love Star Wars books, but I have a really hard time reading them. Same with these. So these are in the Demon Don't Dream book is in a world called Xanth, and there's a whole bunch of books by Piers Anthony in that same world, and they're all good and stuff. This one is my favorite, but it's hard for me to read these things that are in huge series because you never know where to start. There's no like clear storyline that arcs over them, and then you have to read certain ones over the other ones, otherwise you won't really get it, because there's sometimes reoccurring characters, and sometimes they start in places that you can't understand. So if you want to read Piers Anthony books, and this is why I have this one, is because my friend told me you should read this series, start with this one. So yeah, I would agree with that. Start with this one because if you don't know anything about the world, which I didn't before reading this, you want to start with this one. And what it is it's extremely funny, and it's like an adventure book, because that's my favorite type of book, is fantasy and adventure. And yes, go ahead and tell me that that's immature for a 24-year-old woman to adore fantasy, but I do adore fantasy and adventures. And it does have a very subtle romance as well, and I definitely can't read a book unless it has a little tiny bit of romance at least. Anyways, it's really funny. The whole entire book is like a pun. Every single thing in the world is a pun. And that's what's so funny about it. And it'll make you groan, and it'll make you laugh, and it's really good. It's another one of those books that you can't really put down because it's just so funny and exciting and silly, and it's just really good. Another obvious thing is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which I have, and obviously everyone knows about the Hunger Games. I really like, if you are at all into the movies, definitely read the books, because I'm checking my phone. Talking to my friend. Yeah, just please read the books. They're so good. I've got, let's see, these aren't like all the books I've ever read, but they're just a few of my favorites, because when I moved I had to get rid of a whole bunch of books because I don't really have a lot of room in this place. I really like keeping books that I've read, even though I shouldn't, because it just takes up space. But it's like, my books are like little adventures that I've been on, and like memories and stuff. Obviously everyone knows about The Fault in Our Stars. I would recommend it because I think like everyone likes it. The way I feel about it is complicated, and maybe I won't get into it today, because maybe in another video I will talk about how I feel about it. Let's see what else. Here's another book that I accidentally stole. I feel really bad about it because I don't know if I'll ever see him again, but yeah, bud, if you ever want your book back, I will give it back to you. Here, let me just fix the camera, and I will show you. So this is a book, but it's actually a graphic novel / comic book called Bone, and there he is. There's Phone Bone, and yeah, it's by Jeff Smith. Anyway, if you're at all into comic books, or even if you aren't, you should definitely read this book. It's an adventure fantasy, of course. It's funny. It's just absolutely, it's hard to explain how amazing it is. You wouldn't expect it, especially like because of the little characters and like the art and stuff. You wouldn't expect it to be so powerful and impactful. Let's see, it says here on the back something that I would agree with. Charming, character-driven fantasy with an elegant design and masterful storytelling in the tradition of Walt Kelly, Charles Schulz, and Carl Banks. I would definitely agree with that. And it's a sprawling, mythic comic that is spectacular. And yes, I would definitely agree with that. So, if you like comic books at all, this is like the complete collection, the complete cartoon epic in one volume. So you'll, I don't know where Bud got this, but you'll probably find them in a bunch of separate books. Or you could probably try and find it in one big book, but yeah, you don't have to because it probably costs him a lot of money. But you can get them in like little separate books and see if you like them, or just look at them in the bookstore or the library and you will totally like it because it's so good. Okay. Oh, this video's getting really long, so I'll wrap it up with, there's so many books. Oh, okay, here's one. The last one I will tell you about. When the Tripods Came. When I was in grade 5, oh, it's really dusty. I'm allergic to dust. Okay, when I was in grade 5, when I was 10 years old, my teacher read us this book. And he actually, I think he might have read them all, but I was really sick, so I missed it. But yeah, this series. So the books are pretty short, so you can probably read one within the span of a few days if you want to. So these books are a series. I've got the whole series here. By John Christopher. I believe that's a pseudonym, and his name was something else. That's why it took me so long to find these books, because he uses a different name. I can't remember what it was, but I believe John Christopher is a pseudonym because he wanted his name to sound more American, so that people would buy it, I guess. I don't know. Just for various reasons that people use pseudonyms. So yeah, it's an alien book. There it is. Now, this guy, he looks like something from War of the Worlds, I believe. Oh, the neighbor. She probably thinks I'm weird. Yeah. I'm such a dork. So anyways, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so, anyways, this tripod guy. You probably think he looks like War of the Worlds thing, but I'm pretty sure this might have come out before War of the Worlds. And it's nothing like that. It's about, well, the first book is when the tripods came, obviously. So they're an alien race who sort of like, well, they, like, take over your mind, kind of. I won't spoil too much. It's aliens. So this is when the tripods came. This one is, no, yes. This one takes place several years after the first one. And I believe this one was written, after the trilogy. It's like a prequel, I think. It's possible. So this one was, it takes place several years after, when the tripods have come and they're sort of like a well-known thing and nobody really like questions them. And, well, here. Long ago, the tripods, so this was long ago, huge three-legged machines descended upon the earth and took control. People no longer understood automation nor machines, and unquestionably accept the tripod's power. But for a time in each person's life, in childhood, he is not a slave. Will still has time to escape. So when they become a certain time, a certain age, they get capped. And then it's all over for them and they sort of become slaves of the tripods. So these kids aren't tripoded. They aren't capped yet. So then they sort of fight back against it. So anyways, ugh, why is this video so long? Nobody's gonna watch this. Anyway, those are some of my favorite books. If you want to read them, you can. They're cool. And, I mean, there's tons more. I wish I could just tell you about all my favorite books. They're all so good. This one is another one of my favorites. The Host, and this one is really good too. It's really scary. And this one is really cool too. It's really, like, thought-provoking. And, yeah. Okay, I'll go, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!